Hello, welcome to the When I Have Spare Time podcast. My name is Frank, and I'll be sitting here talking to myself for a few minutes. Why not? Got nothing else to do. I gonna go to work tonight. Gonna do the graveyard shift. No complaints. It's always better to work before the public comes into the store. It just makes life that much easier. So, not complaining, but I can already tell I'm gonna fall asleep on the job because I work too much. So anyway, um, it is crazy. Um, the most popular president ever, Biden, his approval rating is at 38%. He hasn't kept one campaign promise. He reneged on paying off student loans, so he didn't pay off any student loans like he promised he would. Uh, he said voting for him would mean you would return to normal. From the current pandemic, you would return to normal. Things have gotten progressively worse since Biden has taken office, and his mandates, it's when another 4 million people have quit the workforce in industries that kind of make America go, like the food industry, the retail industry, um, some other industry, whatever. It's not the porn industry, so it doesn't matter. But like middle America industry. Oh yeah, medical industry. So medical, food, and retail. Like 4.3 million people have quit because of his mandates. This guy doesn't know what he's doing. Like he's okay with like having like I'm just throwing out a number. 1,000 nurses quit to bring the vaccination status of one hospital's workforce to 100%. To him, that's important, but it's just a number. It doesn't mean anything. The nurses are not in any higher risk than it just doesn't make sense. I mean, like the nurses would be lower risk because you think by now every nurse has already had COVID, and since natural immunity is the best defense, the medical industry are the last people you need to be worried about. Why are you even worried about people? People can make their own decisions. Like that's why it's so weird. It's just self-imposed. Um, Basically, all the problems that we're going through have been self-imposed by the worst president ever. I mean, the most popular president ever. Good job. But there's so much to uh, use to run against him if you're going to run against him. But at the same time, if you run against him, like, is he even going to know where he is? I don't think it's going to matter. I mean, this might be the first time in history where a president has been so bad, even the party shills can't lie for this guy or like pretend that he's a good president. I've talked to a few people who actually regret voting for him because they just they didn't think Trump was presidential, so they just voted for Biden. But supposedly, if your vote counts, shouldn't you make sure you know who you're voting for? Oops, looks like you ruined the country. The reason why the border crisis is kind of over is because there is no border anymore. That's how he solved it. He just like let them all in. Okay. You don't think letting in hundreds of thousands of illegals is gonna cause a problem? Okay. That's a great president. He hated Trump so much, he reversed all the good stuff Trump did. That'll show him. That'll show everyone. Mean tweets are gone now. The country's falling apart. Jesus. And now, the email leaks that supposedly weren't allowed to be talked about in the mainstream media. and were called like falsehoods and whatnot. So those Biden emails are true, and the media is finally talking about it now because now there is no bad guy Trump. So like now it's okay to like tell the truth about the president. So now the laptop stuff is real, and now it's okay to talk about. It just shows you crazy the how crazy corrupt the media is. But anyway, and of course, like I said way back when, I said Biden is going to be implicated because Hunter said in the emails, you know, like the cut from her dad, or I don't know the exact quote, but anyway, I said this in like whatever podcast months ago. I was like, don't vote for Biden because he's going to be implicated in like some some Czech Republic stuff. But it is what it is. But I don't know. I hope things speed up and his approval rating like drops even lower, so he'll have like, or they'll have no choice but to invoke the 25th Amendment and get rid of him. I mean, because like, if your approval rating's that low, you it's time to replace the president. Like that should be some kind of law. Like if the president's approval rating like just drops like that low, you should change presidents. Like it's okay. Like people made a mistake, like a big one, but it is what it is. Like watch someone build a time machine just for this situation. Peace.